This video is for educational purposes. Delhi, officially the National Capital Territory (NCT) of Delhi, is a city in a Union Territory of India containing New Delhi, the capital of India. Lying on both sides of the Yamuna River, but chiefly to the west, or beyond its right bank, Delhi shares borders with the state of Uttar Pradesh in the east and with the state of Haryana in the remaining directions. Delhi became a Union Territory on November 1, 1956 and the NCT in 1995. The NCT covers an area of 1,484 square kilometers, 573 square miles. According to the 2011 census, Delhi's city proper population was over 11 million, while the NCT's population was about 16.8 million. Kindly subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends and families. Delhi's urban agglomeration, which includes the satellite cities Ghaziabad, Faridabad, Gurgaon, Noida, Greater Noida, Meerut and Yeida City in an area known as the National Capital Region, NCR, has an estimated population of over 28 million, making it the largest metropolitan area in India and the second largest in the world, after Tokyo. The topography of the medieval Fort Purana Kila on the banks of the river Yamuna matches the literary description of the citadel Indraprastha in the Sanskrit epic Mahabharata. However, excavations in the area have revealed no signs of an ancient built environment. From the early 13th century until the mid-19th century, Delhi was the capital of two major empires, the Delhi Sultanate and the Mughal Empire, which covered large parts of South Asia. All three UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the city, the Qutub Minar, Humayun's tomb, and the Red Fort, belong to this period. Delhi was the early center of Sufism and Qawwali music. The names of Nizamuddin Auliya and Amir Khusro are prominently associated with it. The Karibali dialect of Delhi was part of a linguistic development that gave rise to the literature of Urdu and later modern standard Hindi. Major Urdu poets from Delhi include Mir Taqi Mir and Mirza Ghalib. Delhi was a notable center of the Indian Rebellion of 1857. In 1911, New Delhi, a southern region within Delhi, became the capital of the British Indian Empire. During the partition of India in 1947, Delhi was transformed from a Mughal city to a Punjabi one, losing two-thirds of its Muslim residents, in part due to the pressure brought to bear by arriving Hindu and Sikh refugees from western Punjab. After independence in 1947, New Delhi continued as the capital of the Dominion of India, and after 1950 of the Republic of India. Delhi ranks 5th among the Indian states and union territories in Human Development Index, and has the second highest GDP per capita in India, after Goa. Although a union territory, the political administration of the NCT of Delhi today more closely resembles that of a state of India, with its own legislature, high court and an executive council of ministers headed by a chief minister. New Delhi is jointly administered by the federal government of India and the local government of Delhi, and serves as the capital of the nation as well as the NCT of Delhi. Delhi is also the center of the National Capital Region, which is an interstate regional planning area created in 1985. Delhi hosted the inaugural 1951 Asian Games, the 1982 Asian Games, the 1983 Non-Aligned Movement Summit, the 2010 Men's Hockey World Cup, the 2010 Commonwealth Games, and the 2012 BRICS Summit, and was one of the major host cities of the 2011 Cricket World Cup and 2023 Cricket World Cup. There are a number of myths and legends associated with the origin of the name Delhi. One of them is derived from Dilu or Dilu, a king who built a city at this location in 50 BCE and named it after himself. Another legend holds that the name of the city is based on the Prakrit word Dili, loose, and that it was used by the Tomaris to refer to the city because the iron pillar of Delhi had a weak foundation and had to be moved. According to Punjab Notes and Queries, the name of the city at the time of King Prithviraj was Dilpat, and that Dilpat and Dili are probably derived from the old Hindi word Dil meaning eminence. The former director of the Archaeological Survey of India, Alexander Cunningham, mentioned that Dili later became Dilai or Delhi. Some suggest the coins in circulation in the region under the Tomaris were called Delawal. According to the Bhavishya Purana, King Prithviraj of Indraprastha built a new fort in the modern-day Purana Kila area for the convenience of all four castes in his kingdom. He ordered the construction of a gateway to the fort and later named the fort Dihali. Some historians believe that Dili or Dilika is the original name for the city, while others believe the name could be a corruption of the Hindustani words Dilis or Dihali, both terms meaning threshold or gateway, and symbolic of the city as a gateway to the Gangetic Plain. The people of Delhi are referred to as Delhites or Diliwalas. The city is referenced in various idioms of the northern Indo-Aryan languages. The form Delhi, spelled in the Latin script with the H following the L, originated under colonial rule and is an alternation of the spelling based on the Urdu name of the city, Delhi. Traditionally 7 cities have been associated with the region of Delhi. The earliest, Indraprastha, is part of a literary description in the Sanskrit epic Mahabharata, composed c. 400 BCE to 300 CE but describing an earlier time which situates a city on a knoll on the banks of the river Yamuna. According to art historian Catherine B. Asher, the topographical description of the Mahabharata matches the area of Puranakila, a 14th century CE fort of the Delhi Sultanate, but the analogy does not go much further. Whereas the Mahabharata speaks of a beautifully decorated city with surrounding fortifications, the excavations have yielded uneven findings of painted grey pottery characteristic of the 11th century BCE, no signs of a built environment, much fewer fortifications, have been revealed. The earliest architectural relics date back to the Maurya period, c. 300 BCE. In 1966, an inscription of the Mauryan Emperor Ashoka, 273 to 235 BCE, was discovered near Srinivaspuri. Remains of several major cities can be found in Delhi. The first of these was in the southern part of present-day Delhi. Tom-era Rajput king Anang Pal built the Lal Kot and several temples in 1052 CE. The Chauhan Rajputs under Vigraharaja conquered Lal Kot in the mid-12th century and renamed it Kila Rai Pithara. Prithviraj Chauhan was defeated in 1192 by Muhammad Ghori in the Second Battle of Tarain. Qutbuddin Aibak was given the responsibility of governing the conquered territories of India after Ghori returned to his capital, Gaur. When Ghori died without an heir in 1206 CE, Qutbuddin assumed control of Ghori's Indian possessions and laid the foundation of the Delhi Sultanate and the Mamluk dynasty. He began construction of the Qutb Minar and Quat al-Islam, Might of Islam, mosque, the earliest extant mosque in India. It was his successor, Iltutmish, 1211–1236, who consolidated the Turkic conquest of northern India. At 72.5 meters, 238 feet, the Qutb Minar, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Delhi, was completed during the reign of Sultan Iltutmish in the 13th century. Although its style has some similarities with the Jarkargan minaret, it is more closely related to the Ghaznavid and Ghurid minarets of Central Asia. Razia, daughter of Iltutmish, became the Sultana of Delhi upon the former's death. For the next 300 years, Delhi was ruled by a succession of Turkic and an Afghan, Lodi dynasty. They built several forts and townships that are part of the 7 cities of Delhi. Delhi was a major center of Sufism during this period. The Mamluk Sultanate, Delhi, was overthrown in 1290 by Jalal-ud-Din Firoz Khalji, 1290–1320. Under the second Khalji ruler, Ali-ud-Din Khalji, the Delhi Sultanate extended its control south of the Nirmada River in the Deccan. The Delhi Sultanate reached its greatest extent during the reign of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, 1325–1351. In an attempt to bring the whole of the Deccan under control, he moved his capital to Daulatabad, Maharashtra in central India. However, by moving away from Delhi he lost control of the north and was forced to return to Delhi to restore order. The southern provinces then broke away. In the years following the reign of Firoz Shah Tughlaq, 1351–1388, the Delhi Sultanate rapidly began to lose its hold over its northern provinces. Delhi was captured and sacked by Timur in 1398, who massacred 100,000 captive civilians. Delhi's decline continued under the Sayyid dynasty, 1414–1451, until the Sultanate was reduced to Delhi and its hinterland. Under the Afghan Lodi dynasty, 1451–1526, the Sultanate recovered control of Punjab and the Gangetic Plain to once again achieve domination over northern India. However, the recovery was short-lived and the Sultanate was destroyed in 1526 by Babur, founder of the Mughal dynasty. In 1526, Babur, a descendant of Genghis Khan and Timur from the Fergana Valley in modern-day Uzbekistan, invaded India and defeated the last Lodi Sultan in the First Battle of Panipat and founded the Mughal Empire that ruled from Delhi and Agra. The Mughal dynasty ruled Delhi for more than 3 centuries, with a 16-year hiatus during the reigns of Sher Shah Suri and Hemu from 1540 to 1556. Shah Jahan built the 7th city of Delhi that bears his name, Shah Jahanabad, which served as the capital of the Mughal Empire from 1638 and is today known as the Old City or Old Delhi. After the death of Aurangzeb in 1707, the Mughal Empire's influence declined rapidly as the Hindu Maratha Empire from Deccan Plateau rose to prominence. In 1737, Maratha forces led by Baji Rao I sacked Delhi following their victory against the Mughals in the First Battle of Delhi. In 1739, the Mughal Empire lost the huge Battle of Karnal in less than 3 hours against the numerically outnumbered but militarily superior Persian army led by Nader Shah of Persia. After his invasion, he completely sacked and looted Delhi, carrying away immense wealth including the Peacock Throne, the Dari-i-Noor, and Kohinoor. The Mughals, severely further weakened, could never overcome this crushing defeat and humiliation, which also left the way open for more invaders to come, including eventually the British. Nader eventually agreed to leave the city and India after forcing the Mughal Emperor Muhammad Shah I to beg him for mercy and granting him the keys of the city and the royal treasury. A treaty signed in 1752 made Marathas the protectors of the Mughal throne in Delhi. The city was sacked again in 1757 by the forces of Ahmad Shah Durrani, although it was not annexed by the Afghan Empire and being its vassal state under the Mughal emperor. Then the Marathas battled and won control of Delhi from the Mughals. In 1803, during the Second Anglo-Maratha War, the forces of British East India Company defeated the Maratha forces in the Battle of Delhi. During the Indian Rebellion of 1857, Delhi fell to the forces of East India Company after a bloody fight known as the Siege of Delhi. Thank you for watching this video. Kindly subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends and families. See you in the next one.